Hey guys, it's your girl Jackie here, and I am back with another YouTube video. If you've seen any of my other videos, thank you so much for supporting. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So today we're going to be talking about affirmations. I guess we can call these end of the year affirmations. These are things I've been trying to get in the habit of saying, especially on a daily basis, because this year has been really hard. I feel like the world has been going through a lot as a whole, and we just need to get into more positive habits, because especially with social media, you get so wrapped up in these blogs and the comment section. I know you know what I'm talking about. I just feel like we have to be more proactive in what spaces we find ourselves entertaining, especially mentally and socially. So let's get into some affirmations. I have about 5 that I wrote down. One of them is not original, but everything else is all me. Yeah. So for the first one, I have today will be a better day than yesterday. I feel like when it comes to speaking more positively and thinking more positively, it's all about aligning with what you want out of your situation or what you want to be better. If yesterday you were in traffic, or maybe you spilled something on your outfit and you just got so mad at yourself, like, why am I so clumsy? I feel like in a new day, you can't be worried about things that happened yesterday. You have to be more focused on how things can be better today. And that's why it says today will be better than yesterday. You have to be more aware. You have to be more cognizant of certain things that you want to happen. I guess you have to focus more on the little things that you do that may be affecting how smoothly your day goes. For example, if you know that yesterday you were stuck in traffic, maybe, just maybe, you could get up earlier for work today. Or if you know that you had a bad day yesterday because you weren't able to cross off everything off of your list, maybe you should make your list shorter. Like, life doesn't have to be harder than it already is. We're already in the middle of a pandemic. We're already in the middle of what looks like a recession for many people, because many people are still unemployed. So you just have to be mindful of how you're making your day better and what you can do to make your day less worse. So yeah. Number 2 is, regardless of what setbacks I may have faced, I'm stepping into my greatest season so far. Can I get a hallelujah? Hello. But yes, like, regardless of what setbacks, regardless of what you may have had planned this year, you are about to step into your greatest season. But it's not just about saying that you're going to step into your greatest season. It's about believing. It's about taking the necessary steps to make sure that even with the surprises that may come, even with the obstacles that may come my way, I'm putting in the work. Like, nothing is going to stop me. Nothing is going to make me give up, because I'm going to do what I have to do to secure my future, to secure the bag, to secure whatever it is that you have planned, or whatever it is that you think about on a daily basis, things that you want to do in life, who you want to be in life, how you want to get there. It's all about putting in the work. So that means action, that means being more disciplined, that means taking necessary steps, because it's not just about what you say, it's about what you do, it's about the habits that you form along the way. So number 3 is, God doesn't make mediocre things. I may not be perfect, but I am being molded into my best self. I don't know what your beliefs are, but in the Bible it says, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And I feel like that's one of the most beautiful verses, because we live in a day and an age where social media has so much influence on us as a generation, as a culture. And as a person who was there before this big rise of social media, I definitely can attest to how different interactions are and how different friendships and communication is, because of, things like the comment section or the blogs and just this whole idea of celebrity culture. But it's like you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So even if you don't feel like you're the prettiest person, which I will never understand how you don't think that you're gorgeous or handsome, but even if you don't feel like that, even if you don't feel like, or even if in this point of your life you're not where you want to be financially, forget what this person over here has and what this person over here has. Forget what even I have, because at the end of the day, you have things about you that make you unique, that make you special. And the greatest part about that is nobody can take that away from you. If you feel like you're not where you want to be right now, that's why you have so much life ahead of you. It's not about being perfect. Nobody's just perfect. And perfect isn't what you should strive for. You should strive to be the best version of yourself, because it's a more healthy way of looking towards the future. It's a more healthy, you become the standard instead of looking towards other people to be the standard. It's not about looking up to other people. It's about looking up to what you believe the best version of yourself looks like. And so yeah, like regardless of what you do or do not have, you are perfect. You are, and when I say perfect, I mean you are wonderful how you are. God looks at you and God sees a perfect person. You may feel like there's certain areas that you need to grow, but that doesn't take away from the fact that you're an amazing person to begin with. So yeah. Number 4 is my mistakes will no longer define my worth, and my insecurity will no longer stunt my growth. So let's break it down. My mistakes will no longer define my worth. I feel like in so many instances, if you're anything like me, you're beating yourself up over things that has happened in the past. And honestly, I would say that's not really fair to yourself. That's not really fair to the person that you're growing to be, because but instead of beating yourself up, you have to shift into a place of accountability. If you know you did something that was wrong, if you know that things that you have done or still doing or are still doing is affecting people around you in a negative way, you have to take the necessary steps to become a better person. You have to take the necessary steps to cut off those negative habits, to cut off those negative things that you may have been overlooking until somebody maybe called you out on it and say, it's less about being perfect to everybody else, and it's more about being somebody that is a decent human being. When you disregard people's feelings, and when you disregard like just the idea of being a compassionate person or sympathizing with people, it says a lot about how you see yourself. Because when you disregard people, you really are disregarding yourself. It's not even about people accepting you. It's about being a good person, striving to be a better person. Regardless of what you've been through, there's no excuse for you to treat people horribly. And if you have been hiding behind excuses, maybe that's something that you need to work on as you go into the new year. Being more accountable, being more disciplined, being more aware of how your actions are affecting people. And that's something that we all can work on. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, they don't do anything wrong and no, they never offend anybody. We have all offended people. And maybe some people are too sensitive. However, it doesn't hurt for you to say, what can I do to show, especially if this is a relationship that you want in your life, what can I do to show people that, or to show myself that I'm better than the mistakes that I've made? Yeah, so, but at the same time, my mistakes will no longer define my worth. Nobody's going to hold my mistakes against me, and nobody's going to put me in a position of not being able to move past my mistakes. You can't put me in the prison of mistakes, because I'm learning to be more accountable, and I'm taking the necessary steps I need to be a better version of myself. So the second part of that is my insecurity would no longer stunt my growth. So if you're a person who you deal with insecurity, whether it's because of your physical or maybe your financial situation, or maybe it's just like you're not clear about where you're meant to go and direction that you're supposed to take in life, you can't let insecurity stunt your growth. You have to keep on working on your craft, figuring out what you are good at, and seeing how that applies to what you can do in your life. If you're not sure about what your career path is, maybe you're not sure about where you're meant to go to school, take a look into what your interests are. Take a look into ways that you feel comfortable making money. Not even necessarily feel comfortable, but things that interest you. What are your interests? What are your passions? What do you care about? Whether it's in the community, whether it's in your environment, what are things that you notice that you're good at? Even ask other people, what do you think that I'm really good at? When you see me, am I good at speaking? Am I good at organizing? Am I good at bringing people together? All those things tie into what you're meant to be. But if you keep dwelling on what you're not good at, how you have felt in the past, you're stunting your growth. You're stopping yourself from being the very best version of yourself, getting to that place of progress, getting to that place of forward movement. And no, your insecurity will no longer stunt your growth. My last one is, my light and my value is filling up rooms that I will soon be in, and a community of like-minded individuals will soon find me. So let's break this down. My light and my value is filling up rooms that I will soon be in. So this means that there's qualities about you, there's things about you, your light, your value, what you are most appreciated for is already filling up rooms that you have not even reached. And that goes to say, you cannot be the person that is standing in your own way, because there's places that you're meant to go. There's people that you're meant to inspire, not because this is the biggest responsibility that you may be aware of, or maybe out of the responsibility you have right now, maybe you're not thinking about how you can impact or change the lives of others. Maybe you're just trying to get through the day. But it's so important to realize that you do have a light and you do have value. And there's people who, regardless of what your surroundings may look like right now, there's people who are going to appreciate your passion. There's people who are going to appreciate what you have to offer to the world. But if you keep getting distracted by people who don't love you right, people who don't appreciate you, it's going to take you longer to reach those rooms. And that goes back to not letting things like insecurity stunt your growth, because the more you grow, the clearer your path may be to get to those places that you're meant to be. So yeah, your light and your value is filling up rooms, and you're going to get there. I know you're going to get there. And the second part is, and a community of like-minded individuals will soon find me. So the more that you grow and begin to receive clarity on what you're meant to do in life and where you're meant to be, you're going to find yourself being surrounded by people who are on that same walk, or maybe your callings, they favor each other. So yeah, like, you have to think about who you're keeping around you. Are these people distractions? Are these people who don't really want to see you make it in life? Are these people who are constantly putting you down? Because it's not about tough love. It's about how we build each other up so that we can get to a place of success. Be around people who want to see you win, not only because it will be beneficial to them, but because they see the potential that you have and they want you to reach that highest point of potential. If you have people around you that never want to do anything positive, or all they do is gossip, you don't get tired. You gotta at some point get tired of that. You want to be around people who may be levels above you in the same area of life that you want to work towards, or how can I say that in a better way? You have to hang around people who are doing what you want to do, even if they're not directly in the same lane. Maybe it's their work ethic. Maybe it's the way that maybe it's their passion and their ability to multitask, how goal-driven they are. Surround yourself with people who are doing things in the way that you want to do. They're exuding a certain confidence. Maybe you're not I'm not the best speaker in the world, but that doesn't change the fact that I want to be able to have healthy conversations and deep conversations with people. I don't want to be around people who all we talk about is the comment section. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's all about what you want and how you can put yourself in a place where things are flowing in that direction. So, yeah, those are all my affirmations. My takeaway is this, and I wrote it down. You did not lose. I repeat, in the year 2020, you did not lose. Even if you're not where you want to be, you can still move mountains right where you are. Moving those mountains will clear the path, and soon, where you want it to be will just be a stepping stone to where you are meant to be. I'm going to say that again because I don't know if you caught that word, honey. You did not lose. Even if you are not where you want to be, you can still move mountains right where you are. Moving those mountains will soon clear the path, and soon where you want it to be will just be a stepping stone to where you are meant to be. So I hope that in this year, regardless of what you face, that you'll see that even you watching this video is evidence that you are meant to be much more in life. You are meant to go many more places, and you're full of life. You have Wi-Fi, because I know you wouldn't have seen this video if you didn't. You know, you have so many things to be grateful for. So just make it a habit of speaking positively into your life and just remembering to be grateful for the little things in the big things and the things in between. This is the month of December. You know, we about to close out this year strong. We're happy. If we're not happy right now, we're going to put ourselves in a position to work on our happiness. If you need therapy, if you don't have the money for it right now, find your local resources. If you are worried about your health, there's telehealth. There's resources out here. Tap into those resources. I want you to be the best version of yourself. And I hope that this video resonated with you, and I hope you stay along for the ride, because we have many more videos like this, honey. We moving into a more positive, healthy, and wealthy lifestyle, and wealthy in all forms of the word. Hello. So thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, bye.